Everyone counted him out after 2011, but Rory didn't give up, and what he did at Augusta will give you chills. This is your chance to see what he went through to make history. From big wins to painful losses, this video shows how he kept going and why that final moment meant so much. This will definitely catch your interest in golf, with details from Golf Digest and Golf.com to bring you the full picture of Rory's journey. Stay tuned to see how his big moment at Augusta finally gave him the legacy fans had been waiting for. Let me first show you Rory's early days, before fame. He was born in Hollywood, Northern Ireland. Rory McIlroy's love affair with golf began almost as soon as he could walk. By age 2, he was already swinging a plastic club with surprising precision, mimicking professional golfers he watched on TV. His father, Jerry McIlroy, recognized Rory's raw talent early and made extraordinary sacrifices to nurture it, working multiple jobs as a bartender and cleaner to fund his son's travel and equipment expenses. The McIlroys weren't wealthy, but they were united in belief. Rory's mother, Rosie, worked long night shifts at a local factory, while Jerry entered local golf tournaments to win prize money for Rory's development. It wasn't long before the boy wonder began catching the attention of golf enthusiasts beyond his hometown. At just 9 years old, Rory appeared on a local TV show in Ireland, showcasing a swing that was eerily smooth and technically flawless for someone his age. Home videos from that era show Rory confidently striking balls in his backyard and beaming beside junior trophies. His teenage interviews reveal an intensity and clarity rare for someone so young. His goals weren't just ambitious, they were prophetic. "I want to be the best golfer in the world," he would say, without a hint of doubt. That early promise was more than childlike dreaming. Rory was a prodigy molded not just by talent, but by grit, sacrifice, and a family's quiet devotion. It was clear even then, he was built differently. Stick with us, because the moment that changed everything for Rory is still coming, and it's worth every second. Up next, let's talk about how Rory won 4 majors before he turned 26. Rory's arrival on the professional scene was electric. After turning pro in 2007, he quickly made headlines with his poise under pressure and astonishing ball-striking ability. But it was in 2011, at just 22 years old, that he delivered a performance that announced his greatness to the world, his historic win at the US Open. Coming just 2 months after a crushing final round collapse at the Masters, Rory rebounded with unshakable composure, finishing a record-breaking 16 under par at Congressional. From there, the wins came fast. By the time he was 25, Rory had racked up 4 major championships: US Open 2011, PGA Championship 2012-2014, and the Open Championship 2014. He became the youngest player since Tiger Woods to accomplish such a feat, and for a time, it seemed like he might be the heir apparent to Tiger's throne. With his effortless power off the tee, charming demeanor, and calm under pressure, Rory became golf's golden child. Fans and sponsors alike gravitated to his authenticity. He wasn't manufactured or rehearsed, he just was. And the results spoke for themselves. Multiple stints as world number 1, a growing collection of trophies, and a place among the sport's elite. The golf world began whispering, could this be the next Tiger? Rory wasn't just winning, he was making it look easy. But as the accolades piled up, so did the expectations, and one elusive course began to cast a long shadow over his legacy. Our video won't be complete without talking about what really happened at the 2011 Masters that changed Rory forever. No matter how well Rory played, Augusta National was still the one course he couldn't conquer. It all started in 2011 when he went into the final round of the Masters with a 4-shot lead, only to fall apart on the back 9 and finish with a painful score of 80. That Sunday meltdown became part of golf history, not just because of the numbers, but because of the heartbreak people saw on his face as his dreams slipped away on live TV. Every year after that, he came back to Augusta hoping for a comeback. And every year, something didn't go right, whether it was a missed putt, a bad drive, or the pressure that seemed to get heavier each time. With each tournament, the question got louder. When will Rory finally win the Masters? The media even started calling it the Augusta curse. Fans could feel the weight he was carrying. But through all that pain, something else showed up: his humanity. Rory didn't hide how much it hurt. He admitted when he struggled, and that made him one of the most relatable stars in golf. While other players seemed like machines, Rory's path was full of emotion and real struggles. And that made people cheer for him even more. As highlight reels showed Augusta's perfect fairways, they often showed Rory's tough moments too. Missed shots, near wins, and quiet times when he looked lost in thought. He had everything he needed to be great, but Augusta just wouldn't give in. Can't wait to find out how Rory finally completed his legacy? Hang tight, we're almost there. What's life like for Rory when he's not holding a golf club? Let's take a look. While golf remained his profession, Rory's personal life began to evolve, and so did he. In 2017, he married Erica Stoll and later became a father. That life outside the ropes offered him a perspective few top athletes find early in their careers. He became more vocal, more reflective. He no longer saw golf as the sole measure of his worth. Rory emerged as a central figure during one of golf's most divisive moments, the PGA Tour versus LIV Golf controversy. He took a principled stand, speaking out with courage and clarity in defense of tradition, legacy, and the soul of the game. While others stayed silent or followed the money, Rory led with conviction. He also began to speak more openly about the mental toll of elite sports. Chasing perfection isn't healthy, he admitted in interviews. Through mindfulness, coaching, and fatherhood, Rory gradually stopped trying to be someone else and started enjoying the game again. And in that surrender came power. Rory, once defined by his early dominance, now radiated a different kind of strength, the kind rooted in self-awareness, inner peace, and emotional maturity. He didn't need to prove he was built differently. He just needed to remember it. Finally, this is the moment that you've been waiting for: how his legacy became one of the greatest in golf history. Rory started the final round of the 2025 Masters calm and focused, something that took him years to learn. On Augusta's tough back nine, he played with intention and confidence. A birdie on hole 13 thrilled the crowd, and his nerve-wracking saves on 15 and 16 showed just how strong he had become. Every shot felt like the end of a 14-year journey. As he walked up the 18th fairway, the fans stood up, waiting. He had tears in his eyes. This wasn't just about winning, it was about remembering everything he had gone through, the hard times, the lessons, the growth. When his last putt went in, the roar across Augusta was louder than ever. Rory McIlroy had finally done it. The green jacket ceremony in Butler Cabin felt like a dream. The man who used to carry the weight of past failures was gone. Now he stood as a proud dad, a loving husband, and a complete athlete. Hugging his wife and daughter said everything. "This one means everything," he said softly. It wasn't just a win. It was a comeback, a release, a new beginning. Rory had finally conquered Augusta, not with power, but with quiet strength and a heart that never gave up. With the 2025 Masters, Rory McIlroy etched his name into history as only the sixth man to complete the career Grand Slam. It wasn't just a checkmark on his resume, it was the crowning jewel in a journey defined by perseverance, vulnerability, and heart. Where others crumbled under the weight of expectations, Rory endured, evolved, and emerged with grace. His story now sits alongside golf's most iconic tales, not as a perfect rise, but as a human one. He inspired millions not because he never failed, but because he kept going when failure felt final. His authenticity, fiery spirit, and emotional honesty have made him not just a champion, but the people's champion. Today, young golfers look to Rory not only for his swing, but for his soul. He's a reminder that greatness isn't just about trophies. It's about resilience, values, and staying true to yourself when the world wants you to break. Built different isn't just a phrase, it's the essence of Rory McIlroy's legacy. And at long last, that legacy is complete. We hope you enjoyed watching Rory McIlroy's incredible journey, from backyard swings to Masters glory. His story isn't just about golf, it's about grit, growth, and never giving up. no matter how tough the road gets. And if golf is your thing, watch the next videos to dive deeper into the biggest moments, legends, and drama the sport has ever seen.